Hi, in this special edition of TFR Insights for the Open Mainframe Summit, today we're going to talk about Feilong project. It's an open mainframe project. Basically, what it does, it kind of provides virtual resource management for ZVM, enabling management of virtual machines lifecycle without the need for deep knowledge of the IBM ZVM hypervisor. Well, basically, that's what all I know about the project, but we have with us somebody who does know more about it. Please join me to welcome Mike Friesenegger, solution architect at SUSE. Mike, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Swapnil. Thank you for inviting me.
Tell us a bit about the Feilong project. What problem is it trying to solve?
Sure. Well, it basically it's addressing the problem of the IBM ZVM hypervisor being a foreign hypervisor to many younger people that are coming into the IT industry. The ZVM hypervisor is very powerful. It's created by IBM. It's been around for many years, but it's managed by a command line interface, and it's done via an IBM Z green screen, so a 3270 console. It has its own built-in API, but it's not web-based, so it's not a web-based API. What Feilong provides is an open source web-based API that allow people, especially developers that are new to ZVM, to interact with ZVM, but they don't need to learn how to manage ZVM from the green screen. So they can do things like a web API post, a get, a put, a delete, all RESTful API calls to manage the virtual machines, the networking, and the storage that is provided by ZVM. The great thing about organizations can also use this, and they can use this web-based API, this RESTful API, to integrate into their corporate automation if they want.
Right. As you mentioned that, it is, if you look at the whole mainframe project itself, it is, kind of to attract more new developers towards the platform. So can you kind of talk a bit more about how exactly does the Feilong project help individuals and organizations, also kind of keep them interested in this platform itself?
Yeah, well, so from a industry, an IT industry perspective, the mainframe is critical to financial markets, to insurance markets, and things like that. And so the system itself has been used for decades to support some of the most mission critical capabilities within that are used by people around the world. The system itself is extremely powerful, extremely secure. Individuals and organizations that want to focus on more automation now can utilize things like Feilong to help make the system easier to interact with, more self-service, if you want to think of it that way.
Okay. Also, I want to learn a bit about the community around the project, the governance of the project, and where is the code base hosted.
Sure. Okay. So I want to basically put in a plug for the OMP Summit presentation that I'll be giving, because actually you'll get to hear me explain what the word Feilong means, as well as more information about the project. And then you'll get to actually hear from Jay Chen of IBM China, who will dive deeper into the technical aspects of the code base. Now, if somebody wants to get engaged with the Feilong project, my recommendation is first go to the openmainframeproject.org website and find Feilong under the projects. Go ahead and get yourself added to the mailing list. We have a Slack channel, can also be found on the OMP website. And then we have project calls that happen every other week. And as one of the co-chairs for the Feilong project, I promote the call that's coming up. I put out information about the topics that we're going to be discussing, what our plans are, and how we're moving the project forward.
Thanks for explaining that. Now, can you tell us a bit about the governance of the project and what kind of community are you trying to build around it? What are the companies or individuals who are already involved with the project?
Sure, absolutely. So, from a governance perspective, we're following all of the requirements from the Linux Foundation, and part of the Open Mainframe project. So we are tightly tied into where the Open Mainframe project is going from a governance perspective. Specifically for the Feilong project and contributions, there is a lot of contributions. The core of the contributions are from IBM. SUSE has provided contributions as well, and we're really excited because we have a couple of community members that are in the process of working through the finalizing their first contributions to the project as well. So we have, as a project is growing, we are seeing more and more people getting interested and and finding ways that they can help contribute to the project to make it better.
Awesome. And can you also talk a bit about the roadmap of the project if you have one?
Sure. Really, it's pretty simple right now. The core focus of the project up to this point is, well, let me give it a little bit of a history lesson. So this project was a contribution from IBM to the Open Mainframe project. So there was a lot of internal CI/CD infrastructure and things that needed to be moved from internal IBM corporate systems to the Linux Foundation and Open Mainframe project. So we are in the midst of migrating the CI/CD infrastructure to the Linux Foundation, as well as providing or building up a developer environment. So not everybody has access to a Z system in their basement. So we, as a project, have worked with our project contributors, and we are going to allow developers to request access to a Z system and be able to develop code, test code, document, and things like that as they contribute to the project.
Awesome. Mike, thank you so much for talking to us today about Feilong project. We are all excited to listen to your talk this week. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, Swapadam.